Greetings, I'm Niels, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get S with Krauser in the island. So, the island, what a place to be. So, Krauser has his knife, he has his bow, and he has a TMP. But the highlight of this character is his freaking knife, and you'll see why. He also can go into transformed mode, so he can transform, he can do the stinger that he used to do back in the day, and he can just, hit people with his arms. So, I'm gonna go and say right now that the most important thing here is the combo. As usual, if you guys know the mercenaries, you know that the combo is the most important thing. In this video, you'll see the full complete combo of all 150 enemies in the entire game. So we're gonna start off by going inside here, okay? So we're gonna go inside here and just kinda kill some ganados. Use your kicks because your kicks actually give you extra time. So the plagas, you can just knife them, but we'll learn that in a second. But yeah, so every now and then you'll see the araña, the spider plagas. So take them out before they possess enemies. But yeah, so Krauser can perform an incredible amount of melee attacks, and he deals a frick ton of damage with his bow, as you can see here. So the bow is to be used as a sort of like stab weapon. So think of it as a mini RPG. And don't worry before anyone goes and says that the bow has been nerfed. It has not. It is really good. Krauser just has better options now, which honestly I prefer. Anyway, we're gonna continue going. Keep the combo going. Don't let it die. If your combo is about to die, just use your bow if you really want. But remember that you will stagger yourself if you're too close. Anyway, after we get about 16 or so enemies, we're gonna go down here and try to get as many enemies here. There is a guy here always just waiting for some reason, so I like sniping him when I come down here. Also, I want to point out this is my first time playing as him, and I already got double plus, S++. Anyway, the yellow orbs give you mayhem meter, okay? So if you already have mayhem, you won't be able to get it, to get the yellow orb. Anyway, you can use the mounted gun here. I like saving that for later, but I actually end up not using it. So we're gonna get the green orb right here. So every now and then enemies bunch up here on this tower where the AA gun used to be. So just use your bow to just kill multiple enemies at once. The plagas are just easily killed with your knife, and you're about to see why. So we do get an extra 4 seconds right now with melee attacks, which is really cool. But yeah, Krauser is just a madman with the knife. He is incredible. He's just too good. I think so far he is the most fun character to play as. But yeah, the green orbs give you time, so make sure you go up to them and press the action button. So if you're about to lose your combo, always bring out your bow, because your bow is your one shot. So we're about to kill these enemies. Some of these enemies are scripted and they just sit there, so yeah. It's important to also know that to always save your flash grenades. Flash grenades, more often than not, they save you because a lot of the enemies in this level are plagas, so it's really good to always keep your flash grenades when you're getting mobbed. So you might think it's a bit calm right now. Don't worry, it'll get crazy after like 35 enemies or so. So we're about to reach that point. So right now the brute has spawned. So the brute here has the minigun, so we have to incapacitate him as fast as we can. So it will increasingly get more difficult as we go. So we have to save our mayhem mode for the brute. So mayhem mode, if you don't know how it works already, it powers up your character, and in this case Krauser becomes transformed. As you're about to see here, you can perform your stinger with L2 plus R2 on the controller, and it'll be much like the original, but you'll be super slow. So don't think it's very overpowered. So it's more like crowd control if there's bosses and stuff like that, like the Garador and stuff like that. One of the neatest things about this character is that when he does use his mayhem mode, his shirt just tears, and yeah, I think it's really cool. Anyway, this is where it gets tricky. So we are doing everything possible to keep the combo up. I'm using the knife. The knife is the best weapon in this case. The knife not only gives you extra points, but it also is basically it's just much better, much faster than the TMP. So he does have a TMP. It is not the best. It is not the greatest. So I don't actually recommend it. So there will be a RPG guide here once you hit 49 combo or 45. So 50 enemies means we're about to hit the threshold for another boss here. So I'm backstabbing. So backstabbing also saves you from like it makes you invincible. So if you played RE4 the original, you know what I mean. When you get in a cutscene, you are pretty much invincible, and that's what the knife does. So use it to your advantage. Every time there's an enemy, there's a plaga on the floor, make sure to use your knife on them, like go up to them and press R2. So we're still chilling up here, but we're gonna move. So we're progressing through the levels slowly. Once we get to the chicken here, which by the way drops a golden egg if you kill it, there will be some spawns. There will be some jumps. People will jump from upstairs. So this is where the plagas will start being annoying. So feel free to use a flash grenade here or knife them. I prefer knifing because it's just so much fun. There is another mounted turret here, but honestly, I don't think they're very useful with Krauser. He is good enough. This is the point where you will get grabbed if you didn't use your flash grenades. So flash grenades, once you hit level 50 or combo 50 or 50 enemies, you can see the enemy counter up to the top left and your bonus rate in the middle. So this is where things get tricky. If you see an enemy that's just like that next to you, just hit their legs, and they will crouch. Like they will get ready for a melee attack. Krauser also can dodge when he has his knife out. So if you hold the knife button, he can dodge and move faster towards the direction that you point him at. As you can see here, I'm mainly using the knife because I just discovered that that's all I need. The knife is infinite, and it is the maxed out combat knife. The fighting knife, sorry, so it's Krauser's knife. Yeah, so it gets tougher and tougher as we go. Enemies will have armor, plagas will start spawning more often, but you know what? I'm just gonna knife this plaga and call it a day. So, Mr. Brute here, I'm going to be using my bow. So, one. This is where you would go up to the Brute and knife him, and 2. So it should take 2 headshots with your bow if you're lucky. But yeah, there we go. The Brutes are not that big of a deal. With Krauser, he is amazing. He's so much fun to play as. Don't forget, there are barrels around, and they still can hit you, by the way. So yeah, this would be a good time to shoot that barrel, but watch out, you might get hit. But yeah, so chickens drop golden eggs. Remember, chickens drop golden eggs. And they will play a specific sound when you kill them. That's how you know. I think they also count as enemies. But yeah, Krauser's best advice is to literally just go into a group of enemies and just let it rip. Like literally just use your knife or your mayhem mode. I would still save my mayhem mode for when I'm cornered, because mayhem mode literally just gets you out of an entire group. But yeah, if you want to do this in a timely manner, of course the knife is not the best, but it is one of the greatest ways of just getting S++ rank. So we are going to end this, we're going to finish this with 1.2 million points almost. So yeah, keep it up right here. So we're about to relocate now. At about the 90 enemy mark is when things will start getting more like faster. So that's why I'm going up here and going to get the extra time upstairs. So yeah, as you can see, the TMP is not that great. It doesn't really have anything great going on for it. So I'm using my bow here because I'm about to lose the combo, but for some reason the barrel just blew up. But anyway, we're gonna keep going here. This is another spot where you can just use your grenades or your knife. I would have used my grenade here, but yeah, there's a guy. There's a plaga. Watch how this plaga can one-shot you. So yeah, so right now we triggered the 2 brutes. So there's another set of brute here. So we're about to save our mayhem mode for them. We're about to use it for them. So again, don't use your mayhem mode unless you really need to. But yeah, there he is. Make sure you evade. Sometimes when you're knifing, you get distracted. Yeah, so I'm gonna use my flash grenade here, and I'm gonna punch him. Then I'm gonna kick the brute and then knife him when he's stunned, because that's what happens when you hit them against walls. And yeah, that should kill the first brute. I'm gonna throw another grenade. This should crowd control them very well. And I'm gonna use my bow against the brute. The brute should take about 2 bows or 1 grenade So it's really cool. They do end up they do end up having more plagas at this point, at around the 100 mark. So get those flash grenades ready, because every other enemy will have a plaga at this point. So, and yes, they are scripted, but yeah. There is another timer up here, so we're gonna go and get it. I'm using the bow against the shield guys because that's probably one of the best things to do. Or you can hit them in the legs, and then you can punch them, and then you can kick them. But I like using the bow against them. Arrows are scarce. Like, there's not that many arrows to find in the world, so keep that in mind. This is another point where you can use your flash grenades. I'm gonna kill this dude before I grab the green orb right here, the time orb. We have 4 minutes left, so it's perfectly okay. Time also applies to your points. So, here we go. I was lucky enough to be able to do that. There we go. We're at bonus rate 1.5 right now. We're getting tons of points. Just tons and tons of knifing. At this point, might as well use your mayhem, because there's only 150 enemies in the entire game, so might as well. And but yeah, we get 2 more brutes here, so I might want to save it for that actually. But yeah, the plagas, just tons of plagas. Just knife them, honestly. Honestly, the knife is the greatest strategy with the Krauser, but it's not always the most perfect. Okay, gonna be using my mayhem mode here. Mayhem mode. Rah, our stinger. It is so satisfying. But yeah, the combo attack with R2 is also pretty good. Deals a ton of damage. There we go. Then the final 10 enemies will be easy peasy. Flash grenade at this point, might as well. And then go up to them and punch them or kick them. It is so much fun playing as Krauser. But yeah, that's how you get S++ rank in the Mercenaries as Krauser on the island. Man, it is so much fun. I can't wait to make more content. So you guys better stay tuned. Enable notifications when I go live to know when I go live and when I upload. So honestly, I don't even care that the levels are smaller. It doesn't even feel that way. I think it's fun. And Krauser is definitely one of the best characters to use. It's just really, really fun. Anyway, I have gameplay of all the characters, so check out my channel. Yeah, so remember guys, if you haven't already, subscribe and all that jazz. Leave a like if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
The game.